Hi everybody, Nancy here. I have a really short message. First of all, it is okay. Oops, I'm trying to find my watch in my pocket, and I pulled out my watch and some Kleenex in it because I always keep Kleenex in my pocket just in case I sneeze or whatever. So it's 12:30 in the afternoon. It's time for me to go in and eat lunch. And guys, you know what? I cannot stand it whenever I see people on the internet saying, well, you know what? If you give me a click, if you give me a like, I won't cut myself. If you give me a like, I won't go off and kill myself. If you give me a like, I won't harm myself in such and such a way. That is pathetic, guys. Because if a person is going to try and manipulate you to, to make them feel special by giving them a like, or or they're going to go and harm themselves. Let them harm themselves because they have full control of what they're doing. You see how they they work though? They say if you give me a like, I'm not going to harm myself. So do you understand they're in control of what they're doing, but they want to control your actions in order to make themselves feel better about who they are. Right? So they want to control you to make themselves feel better. So if they want to kill themselves, that's on them, right? Everybody has a choice. If you want to kill yourself, that's nobody else's fault but your own. So that's why it makes me want to throw up whenever I've come across people in on Facebook or on Pinterest or wherever, where they say, well, I'm going to, oops, sorry guys, if I just tapped the tripod with my hand. So if you saw the camera shaking, sorry about that. Yes, so I want to throw up whenever I come across posts of people telling others that they would feel very special and very loved if they could give them a like, and each time they get a like, they're not going to harm themselves, right? It's witchcraft, okay, because they're trying to manipulate how you think. They're trying to control how you think, kind of like mind control. So please don't allow yourself to be controlled by people who are doing this, because if they don't love themselves enough to say, well, you know what, I don't need to be validated by people's likes in order for me not to harm myself. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on my issues so that I don't need validation from strangers to make sure that I don't harm myself. Okay, so I don't know, guys. You can deal with it any way you want, but just understand that every time you give in to people, to their requests, you are what's the word, you are facilitating, or you are enabling a person with a manipulative nature. They don't love themselves, right? So that's their issue. It's not that you don't care about what they're going through. You're supposed to care about them enough to not play into their games, because as long as we play into games like that, they're going to continue to feed themselves in a very unhealthy nature, in a very unhealthy way, which is getting people to do what they want in order to get what they want, to make them feel good about themselves. And like I said, it just makes me want to grab a big brown paper bag and throw up all my innards, because I can't stand that. I really can't stand that. You know. You know what? When I was in high school, I had this friend, and she told me that there's this guy who lives she has a neighbor, right? She had this neighbor who really, it's like he fell in love with her. He fell so deeply in love with her. But my friend's like, she told me that she didn't love him, and she told him, she explained it to him. She said, I'm not in love with you. I don't feel the same way that you feel about me. So, just understand that. But my friend was like, but he will not leave me alone. He continues to be very aggressive about how he feels about me, and he doesn't want to give up. And he says that he says, oh, I really love you. I want to be with you, please. I can't stand not to be with you, right? And then one day, my friend came to school, and she said, Nancy, that guy, that guy who told me that he loves me and he can't stand not to be with me? And I said, yes. And she said, now he's threatening to kill himself. He's threatening to go on top of a building and throw himself and kill himself. And I said, what? She's like, yeah, he says, if I don't be with him, if I don't be his girlfriend, he wants to kill himself because he loves me so much, and he can't stand not to have me in his life. And I'm so scared. I said, you know what? there's nothing you can do. I mean, if he's gonna kill himself, he's gonna kill himself. You can't control what he does with his life. You can't give him what he wants just to keep him from killing himself. That's his choice. She's like, yeah, but I'm so scared he's gonna kill himself. I said, look, you just leave him. Let him continue behaving in this way. Let him continue saying what he wants to say. You just move on. You can't control what he's gonna do. And she's like, oh, I'm so scared. I said, well, it's okay. It's okay to be afraid, but just let him be. And then my friend, one day, I think it was, let me see, when was this? She, what did she, it was maybe around 3 months later. Finally, the guy just, we were talking about the guy, and she's like, oh, he left her alone. He finally left her alone. And I'm like, yeah, look what happened. I mean, just don't give in to people like that. You know, I told my friend, you know, we are never to give in to people like that, because they're trying to control our actions, our behaviors, and our own mind, our decision making. She was like, yeah, Nancy, he just left me alone. And I'm like, thank God for that. Right? So this is the same situation with people that I've seen on the internet. For every like that you give me, I won't cut myself. You know, that's pathetic. It is just pathetic. It's stupid. It's just really, really pathetic. And I don't have time for people like that. If somebody says to me, Nancy, would you please give me a like? Because if you give me a like, you'll make me feel really special and important, and I won't hurt myself. And I say, well, you know what? If you want to cut yourself, go ahead, but I'm not going to help you. You know, I'm not going to enable you. I'm not going to help you run your life the way you want to run it based on what I do with my life. I'm not going to allow you to control my decisions based on how you want to behave. That's on you. So if you're going to kill yourself, if you're going to hurt yourself, I can't do anything about that. That's your decision. You're going to answer for that, not me. So I'm not going to allow you to manipulate me to make decisions for myself based on what you want to do for yourself. So you go on ahead and do whatever you want. It's your decision. You know, if somebody was to give you poison, I'm pretty sure you would reject it, right? That's your free will. So nobody can control whether you cut yourself or not, because you're in full control of what you're doing. All you want to do is manipulate other people, right? Okay, so that's it, guys. I know that I sound mean and harsh, but that's okay, because when we are told the truth, when we're faced with realities, right, it sounds harsh, but they're not harsh. We just have to tell the thing how it is. And if people don't like it, that's their prerogative, but it's also your prerogative to speak the truth. People don't have to listen to what you have to say. That's their prerogative, but it's our prerogative to still speak. We're not going to shut up. We have a mouth to talk, right? Anyway, so I'm finished, guys. I've got to go inside and eat lunch, and thanks for coming. Don't forget to click on subscribe, and then click on the bell so that you will be notified for each time that I upload a video. Okay, muchas gracias por venir. Tengo tanto frío. I said thank you very much for coming. I'm very cold. Well, I'm not very cold. My hands are cold, even though I'm wearing my gloves. My hands are cold because I've been standing out here for about an hour, and it's +6, so it's about 45 degrees in US terms, and it's really nice. But yeah, but when you've been standing still, you're gonna get cold. So anyway, thanks for coming, guys. I love you, and yeah. Say hi to somebody and smile at somebody. Okay, love you. Ciao, ciao.